What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be going through quickly how I built this experience, which is a sort of landing page inspired by the PS5 loading screen. It is all written in TypeScript using 3JS shading language, and the code is in the description. First, we're going to check for WebGPU support, and if it's available, we set up our canvas using the 3 WebGPU renderer. Then we've got our particles. Initially, they're positioned on a sort of sine wave like this. And then what we're going to do is use the seed value for each of those to offset it along the Y. So now what we have is a more organic flowing type wave. And then we'll further randomize another subset of the particles. So these ones are completely randomly positioned, and now what we have is our set of final positions in the final position buffer. Okay, onto the scale node next. So we're going to use the seed value to randomly scale these so that the points will vary in size, but we'll also then add a custom size attenuation so that those that are nearest the camera have their random value multiplied even further, so that gives the effect of those nearer being kind of much bigger and closer than they actually are. So I've created a color palette from 100 random colors, and then these are assigned randomly in the compute color function. So each particle has a different color, although some of them are white if they have a seed greater than 0.99. And then in the color node, we are also creating these circles. Okay, onto the opacity node then. So this is doing a couple of things. It's creating a flickering effect by using the seed value to fade them in and out, and this gives them that sort of sparkle that you see here. It's also using the Z position of the point to fade them out the further they are away from 0. So imagine that 0 is our sort of central line. Those that are nearer the viewer and those that go off into the distance are faded. Here we can see how the color node generating the circle is also mimicking this sort of bokeh effect, where those that are closer to the 0 on Z are much sharper like these here, and those that are further away appear blurred. Now that we're happy with how they look, the initial positions are set based off of the final position, and they're essentially pushed toward the viewer on the Z along with some random X and Y offset. And then the enter value is a uniform which transitions them from the initial position to the final position. Now I've added a backdrop imported from Dre, given it a color, and added a directional light pointing down, which adds some depth to the scene. Okay, onto the UI then. Because this experience uses audio, we need to get a button click from the user before we play any sounds. So there's a preferences stage, then there's this brand stage and the avatar stage. All of those are held within a ZooStan store. The value of the stage is passed into a switch transition, which handles the kind of mounting and unmounting of the 3 UI stages. We then use GSAP to animate all of those. I'm using the GSAP split text plugin for the nice heading transition, which we're going to see just here. Thanks for watching. As always, the code can be found in my GitHub. Please let me know in the comments if you prefer this type of shorter edit, and also if you've got any special video requests. I plan to create more content on 3JS shading language in React 3 Fiber. I'm having a lot of fun kind of learning and creating this space. So hit that subscribe. My next video is a React 3 clone of the DeepMind imaging header video, but we're going to make it more interactive and fun than what they've actually got on their site. See you soon. Bye.